Hello everybody, this is the Crew Dude. I have found what I believe is the absolute worst movie I have ever seen. And considering the garbage I have seen over the last 5 years, that is one hell of an accomplishment. The title of this ugly, heinous film is Fat Slags. Based off a British strip comic and clay animation video series, Fat Slags is about two alcoholic, sex-crazed fat women, and the humor is mostly centered around crude sex jokes and fat jokes. That actually doesn't sound too bad. I mean, how bad can it be?
Louie! Baz! Look what you'll be missing if you marry that skinny cow!
This is so bad that, like a massively long sandwich, I don't know how to begin. Hey, it's more creative than anything they've come up with. The film opens up in the worst neighborhood in all of England, where our two main characters, Sandra and Tracy, live, and they're played by Fiona Allen and Sophie Thompson. Just look at this wreckage. I keep expecting to hear Ron Perlman voice over this, telling us how war is hell and man is evil. So we see some jokes that aren't creative as the Slags invite over one of their gentleman callers for some action. Yeah, there are a lot of jokes like this. Sandra and Tracy then go to work at a steel yard, and due to their incompetence, they start a fire when they go on break.
Oh, look, son. There's Sean Cooley meeting Catherine Zeta-Jones. Lucky cow. Oh, wouldn't it be great to be like that?
What, Welsh?
No, a celebrity like her. She goes places, meets people, nabs the man of her dreams.
What, him? Bleeding hell. He's so old, his dreams will be in black and white.
Yes, these are the voices that they use throughout the entire film. I wonder if John has any liquor in their fridge. Nope, I must stay strong. Proceed. They get fired, followed by a painfully predictable joke, and the two go home trying to stay positive.
Trey?
Yeah, it's okay, cause getting hit by a speeding car is no biggie. It's okay, man. Just walk it off, you'll be fine. They meet up with their boyfriends, I think, and we get some fat jokes. Gee, I sure hope those won't get old extremely fast. The next morning, they receive a letter that randomly selected them to be on a talk show because talk show hosts totally do that, and the Slags see this as an opportunity to leave town.
Hey, this is living Trey.
Oh, too right, son.
Hey. hey. Oh, God, son, you're disgusting. Here, I need to splash my boots. I've been keeping my legs together for half an hour.
Oh, well, that's a bleeding record.
Are you laughing yet? No? Well, we're only a few minutes in. They arrive in London, and this is where you can really see how low the budget was. They couldn't even afford convincing fat suits. You can practically see the ripples through their clothing. They then try to buy some expensive clothes, but get told off by the owner.
Will there be anything else? Or will you be returning here with a fabulously wealthy, handsome American businessman with his platinum credit card?
Yeah, I might. But in case it's your day off, you can have this piece of advice for free, you stuck-up shitty cow!
We are then introduced to Sean Cooley, a very wealthy man played by Jerry O'Connell, easily at his worst. He travels with his stereotypical lawyer named Victor, played by Anthony Head, and his hot assistant named Paige, played by Jerry Halliwell.
I have the Dalai Lama for you, sir.
You guys go ahead, I'll take this call.
As they go to a meeting inside the media center, a flower pot falls from an upper level and, are you ready? You're never gonna guess what's gonna happen. Are you ready? It's totally gonna take you by surprise. So unpredictable. Oh look, it hit Sean on the head. I swear, I could not make this up in my most out-of-body experience, but by getting hit on the head with a flower pot, that somehow makes Sean a fat fetishist now. I didn't touch the liquor, honestly.
Guys, check out this pen that this lady gave me. It's so cool. It's retractable.
That's nice. Would you like to bring her with you to the boardroom, sir?
They go to the boardroom, and through some unfunny slapstick, the television is switched to the talk show that Sandra and Tracy are attending, and this causes Sean to have a bizarre, horny breakdown.
We're not fat, we're just big boned.
That's right, we're lovely.
You've got a big mouth, but have you got the bollocks to match it? Right, lady?
I want to be in bed with these women. They are going to be big. Oh, when I look at these girls, I see nothing but wonderful openings. Victor, I want you to sign them up. We are gonna make them superstars.
Nobody asks why their boss has gone mental, and Victor goes to pick them up in a cab that the Slags are way too accepting of.
Ladies,
Oh, who are you?
your fairy godmother.
Our godmother's a puff?
Get in the cab.
Why?
Because my superior, due in my opinion to a severe mental aberration, is under the illusion that you two cerebrally challenged capacious slatterns may be of potential investment value.
Oh, well, that sounds all right then, doesn't it, Sam?
Sounds really lovely.
Goodbye.
Remember, if a man dressed in black approaches you and tells you to get in a cab because he thinks you could be a financial interest, it's okay. So he takes them to Sean's hotel where he lets them stay in his personal suite and gives them their own bank accounts. Could he be any more trusting? Why not just give them your social security number while you're at it? We cut to the Slags' boyfriends who see them on television and decide to travel to London to see them. I think. This actually takes the form of a subplot, and it is so annoying and not funny, not to mention pointless to the plot. We sloppily return to London where a fashion show is about to take place at the house of F-U-C-K. No imagination. The owner, played by James Dreyfus, meets the Slags and of course doesn't take it well.
Girls, this is the world-famous Fedor Ulrich Cosimo Constantine.
Screw that, I'm calling him Phil.
Are you mad? This is the final show for London Fashion Week in 2 days! And you want me to put these two gros cochons into my show? The House of F-U-C-K!
Victor threatens to shut him down, and forces him to put Sandra and Tracy in the show as the main attraction. Meanwhile, the boyfriends are trying to hitchhike to London, but due to extreme idiocy, they get stopped by the cops and accused of being illegal immigrants because they can't speak proper English for some reason, and are sent to be deported. Good. So Phil sends the Slags back to the hotel for the night, where Sean visits them the following morning.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'd run too if I was being filmed for a god-awful British comedy.
Woo! I trust you slept well?
What the bloody hell are you doing here?
She farted, not me.
What?
Very nice.
After some more boring dialogue from the two illiterate jackasses, the Slags go to the gym where they meet a muscular personal trainer named Randy, played by Dolph Lundgren.
This is a speak your weight machine. You step on it like so.
209 pounds and 1/2 ounces.
Now you jump on.
Damn, the Slim Sitter 3000 would have a field day with these two. Hey, 'cause I just reviewed Producing Parker. Yeah, go check it out. After a series of cartoon violence, they go to the fashion show where the lighting is so bad you can barely see the characters' faces. Sandra starts to get nervous, but Tracy is there to give her moral support. I just have to say, in the comics and videos, the Slags are mean, selfish bullies. Believe me, they still are, but in the movie, they're portrayed as being more sympathetic and relatable, which easily alienates the franchise's fans as well by changing the characters. You hear that, movie? You're intended for no one. And so they hit the stage while the most drunken photographer ever takes photos, and they decide to end the show by flashing the audience. It's so quiet you could practically hear a pin drop. Oh, come on, I was just being facetious. The audience loves it, but I have to know, if this happened at a real fashion show, is this how the audience would really react? The Slags become a huge success, figuratively speaking, and they even get signed on for a record deal. Honest to God, a record deal.
Meanwhile, the girls' single has confounded critics and remained at the top of the charts for an astonishing 18 weeks. Asked how it feels to have Elton John, Eminem and Justin Timberlake underneath them, the girls said, "Don't know yet. Ask us after the Brit Awards party."
I have nothing to say. Sandra and Tracy now have their own mansion, and Sean invites Tracy to his office and leaves Sandra out of it, resulting in her accidentally sitting on their new dog.
Where are you?
Whoa, what the hell just happened? He got hit in the face with the dog, farted, and burst into flames? Are they really that desperate for a laugh? They must be, because what follows is even more illogical. Tracy goes to meet Sean where he gives her a necklace and they go on a romantic date together, with Sandra following closely behind. They go to an art show and I still have no idea what's going on.
It's been another fabulous and controversial year. And the finalists are Lacey Hyman's Time of the Month.
Wow, that's not funny.
Damien Burp's The Dog's Bollocks.
Wow, that's offensive and not funny, like Ari Shafir.
And finally, two new astounding talents. Tracy Tunstall and Sandra Burke.
Surprise.
69 Shit Street.
Had it moved down brick by brick.
Wait, so he took their actual apartment and moved it without anyone's permission to be displayed in an art gallery? What kind of sense does that make?
Sean is brainy. He's been educationed, and he needs someone brainy with him to be as educationed and brainy as what he is. Do you see what I'm saying? No, exactly, because you think I'm not. Look, son, Robbie Williams.
Worst punch ever. Did anyone ever say, wait, maybe we should have another take? In fact, this whole movie feels like it was shot in one go, which would explain why the lighting is crap and the boom mic operator keeps falling asleep.